Another Saturday night, and I ain't got no money because I bought a lot of scotch. I'm here to try another one. Saturday night, I went shopping. I got some whiskey. I got some groceries. I got home. I unloaded everything, and here I am sitting here with a nice tall glass of cold water. Mm. Oh, and the water was in a bottle that used to contain Lefroy quarter cask, so it has a nice little flavor to it. Um, I have here. Oh, that is good. Tastes a little bit like quarter cask, but very, very weakly, very, very watered down naturally because most of it is water. But you know, there may have been a drop or two left in that bottle, even though I did everything to get everything out of it. I have here a tube, and the tube on it says Deveron 12. I'm going to give this a try. What does it say on? It doesn't say much on here except Highland single malt Scotch whisky, the Deveron, aged 12 years. Deveron Distillery, distilled at Macduff Distillery, the Royal Burgh of Banff, product of Scotland. So it's Highland. Let's see. This looks special. It has like it's wrapped in a plastic baggie. Oh, it's a frosted glass bottle, this is the first time I've ever seen that. And this has the same label on here, pretty much as it does on here. Like too much glare, but there it is, and there it is here. Okay, I should maybe work on my lighting situation one of these years, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is what's in the bottle and what I taste in the bottle, or from inside it. There's a bunch of stuff written here. When billows break and har ghosts in, then haste ye home. Okay, when billows break and har ghosts in, then haste ye home, or some bit warm. Unwind with toasted grain and apples. Seaborn spice, come from the storm. Macduff Distillery, Surgeon General's warning, etc., etc. 750 mils, 40% alcohol by volume. There is nothing left in there. It smells like cardboard. Okay. Oh, there's a little C-shaped cutout of the foil, and it will just peel off beautifully, easily, and the top come off. A wood-topped cork. Oh, a nice fancy wood-topped cork. It looks like it's painted with lacquer, and it says Deveron on the top. I'll show it to you as soon as I've popped it. Okay. See, it looks like this. It's like a little coin, almost. And Banffshire single malt, Macduff Distillery, and so on and so on. I believe this is the first Macduff. Oh no! At the whiskey festival last year, there was a whiskey by a. It was from Macduff Distillery, but it was independent label bottling of Macduff. But I've never had Deveron. I have had some Macduff, but not Deveron. But here we go. Okay. Get this to pour in there a little bit. I think I got 55 mils or so, maybe 60. I don't know. Whatever. I don't measure it that carefully. You might. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Looks like this frosting comes off. Oh no, it doesn't. It just, when it gets wet, it looks clear, but then it dries up and it's frosty again. Interesting bottle. Never seen that before. Okay, well, let's do the coating of the glass. Oh, this is nice. I'm getting little green apples. Lots of little green apples. Along with that little green apples comes the little red cinnamon. Pleasant and fruity. Let it sit for a bit while it opens up a touch a little more. I don't know what the taste is going to be like. Okay, so it's a fruity one, and it's got, doesn't say what kind of barrels or casks or butts or whatever it's been aged in, but I'm getting a caramel note too, along with that apple and cinnamon. The caramel is quite understated though. There's some other spicy notes, maybe cloves. Curiously, maybe some caraway or something like that. Like the caraway that's in the rye bread, the little caraway seeds that you bite into. And there's a freshness too to the fruity note. Getting some vanilla too. It's a nice, fresh, almost young nose. Oh, let's see what it tastes like. Spicy, cinnamony. There's a little bit of vanilla, maybe a tiny bit of caramel behind that. Now, in the aftertaste, I'm getting more apple. And there's some stuck to my mustache. I might trim this sometime, or I might let it get really big and thick. I don't know. What do you think? What should I do with my beard? I don't know. No, shaving it off is not an option. I don't like shaving. Okay, let's give it one more. The second sip. Okay, I'm getting more woody notes now, more caramel. The apple is kind of moving aside. I'm getting more caramel and vanilla, along with the cinnamony, spicy, clovey kind of thing. Interesting. I think we shall let this one oxidize a little more too. Yeah, there's still some fruit in the background. There's still some spice and what do you call it? the red stuff cinnamon. There's some caramel, there's some vanilla. It's rather nice. I don't know if it will get more complex with some oxidation. Let it oxidize some more. See what happens in a month or so. What does it remind me of? I'm sure it reminds me of something else I've had. I'm trying to pinpoint it. I don't know. This is good water, by the way. Yes. This can be dangerously easy drinking too. It's got that mild, warming, fruity, spicy. Did it say something about a maritime? Maybe a bit salty too. In with that cinnamon, there's a bit of salt as well. Or as Horst Leuning likes to call it, the remembrance of the sea, the remembrance of the salt. You know, it's a little bit like Old Pulteney 12. Or it's a little bit like the way I remember Old Pulteney 12. But the last time I had an Old Pulteney 12 was maybe a couple of years ago. We'll let it open up. It would be interesting to get Old Pulteney 12 and this side by side and do a side by side comparison. If there weren't so many whiskeys on my list right now that I want to get, I would get some Old Pulteney 12. But you see, I'm getting low on. I don't have any Laphroaig. I'm low on Port Charlotte. My blends are getting low too. I got to get some. I'll save that for January. I'll replenish my blends when I'm lower on cash. December should be good, so I'll be able to get a few more Spacesides and a few more Highlands. And my Canadian is fully stocked now. It's really good. And Irish is doing well, and Ryes. I need to get some more Ryes too, because I've enjoyed a few flights in the rye department, and that was really great. But anyway, on that note, I'll get back to you really soon with another one of these tasting things. And sláinte until then.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.